Hey you guys, so I am currently working on this week's vlog of what we eat for dinner, and then like including leftovers. I do know there's a glare on my glasses, but I apologize for that. But I have people asking me, and I've been having people asking me what I'm doing to lose weight and everything like that, and then also like I've been seeing people just posting like what they do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give some tips and some tricks. This is what I'm doing. This is not like what they're doing, even though like what they're doing is I'm doing, like obviously portion control and like swapping out for alternatives and trying to, you know what I mean? Like the typical. So I just want to tell you guys something. So this is what I'm doing. I kind of slacked off since Christmas. Who hasn't? But I slacked off a little bit. But what I've been doing for a while now, and then I am getting back onto the bandwagon, back on what I'm doing. I just want to explain some things. So you do what you know that you can do, and like I said, you do what you can do, and if you feel like what I'm doing isn't exactly beneficial for you, like the average amount of calories that a regular able-bodied 100% like runner, walker, physically active, moderately active, they should be getting 2,000 calories a day. If you're a wheelchair user, you need to get a little bit less than that. You know what I mean? So this is what I do. Some people can some people can fast for 2 or 3 days at a time. Some people, because they're sugar diabetic, they can't do that. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm doing that works. So if you guys are new to my channel or you don't know, I am about a 70% wheelchair user. If I'm not in my chair, I'm trying to like not use it. Like if I'm in the home, I'm trying not to use my chair as much as possible. I try to limit it from we're out and about or trying to get the kids outside and doing things on days that I physically can't do anything. So I'm currently standing right now, but I don't want to make this video very long because I know for a fact I can't do it. I can't stand for very long. So I'm gonna get into it. So like I said, I'm a wheelchair user. I'm not very active. I can't really be active. I can't run. I can't walk long distances or anything like that. I have CMT1A, and the doctors believe that I have more than just CMT1A. They think I have another strand on top of it too, because mine is a lot worse than my dad and my sister and my kids. So that's all on like genetics that we're working on to find out. But so what I like to do is I do like to find alternatives. So I'm lactose intolerant, so that's like a big damper in the parade anyways. So I try to find alternatives. So I have been obsessed with frozen mangoes and frozen pineapple. Mostly frozen mangoes since after I had Lex. Like, I have been obsessed. So I've been like munching on frozen mangoes. And they're cold. So like I have to take my time and go throw them out my mouth. Before I can like fully crunch them. So I've been like finding alternatives. Sometimes, not all the times, but like Mondays, I tried to do meatless Mondays and do something without meat, so like beans and stuff like that, beans and rice. And I also do, like I try to do alternatives. So sometimes I will do, like zucchini noodles if I'm feeling up to it, like my hands want to work, I'll do that. I try to find alternatives. Now I do eat bread, but like the other day when we had the hamburgers, I didn't eat the bread with it. One, I wasn't feeling up to it, and second of all, I just didn't want it. So I just ate the hamburger and I put a little bit of the bow tie noodles on top with the veggies, mixed it up, ate it. It was good. That's all I wanted, guys. I didn't want any french fries. I didn't want anything like that. And I love french fries. No, what you can have is a piece of string cheese. Stay out of the candy bowl. I do have a candy bowl. I admit, I eat chocolate. I eat junk food. But I try to eat it within portion, even though I'm a big chocolate head. So, because I am a wheelchair user, I didn't do notes on this beforehand. I just was like, hey, I'm going to do this video. So, my calorie intake is 1,500 calories a day. That may seem like not a lot, but in reality, it kind of is, especially when I'm not up and moving and everything just sits on my stomach. So I do that. I also have an app on my phone. I forget what it's called, but I have it on my phone, and you just like you put how much you weigh, what you want to put your calories into, and it's free. You guys can do the updated like pay for premium. I don't have that. I don't want to pay it. So I just put in there what it is, and then it has like marked out how many calories I should be eating per like each meal and snack. And you can go in and adjust that however you want. And then also, so I do 115 calories a day. I try to fast the 18-6 rule, so fasting for 18 hours, eating for only 6. Not all the time does it work. It just, some days it's like, my anxiety, my depression, battle each other, and I'm just like, I'm gonna eat. What can I eat? Or I need a drink. So I will get, as crazy as this is, I will get like a Mountain Dew Zero and I will drink it. That's on like the days I absolutely need something to help, quench it. Or I'll drink like coffee or tea that I've been brewing. Like I brew some tea in the kettle and then I drink some tea. I don't add sugar to it, I add honey. A little bit of honey, and I drink it. It helps, like the like warmth on it warms me up, fills me up. And I try to get the half amount of calories as I would per pound. So you take how many, this is what like it says. So if, for example, I'm throwing random numbers out there, but say for example you're 188 pounds, then you need to drink half of that in ounces of water. So I tried to do that. Like I just tried to find alternatives. And then there was this one big huge tip I want to show you guys. My great great aunt, she was my great aunt. And my great, yeah, so she was my great great aunt. So I want to show you something, and it makes a whole lot of sense to me because as a kid, like I would go for the big plates, and not being able to do anything, I put on a lot of weight. I was pretty big for being a kid. So if you notice, I'll show you. This is one of our plates. This plate is bigger than my head. Today's society tells you that this is okay. And I'm not body shaming anybody because I do eat off of these plates sometimes. I use them to make pancakes in bulk. I use them to make hamburgers in bulk. Whatever. My kids eat off of them too. It doesn't, if their plates are empty, they, it's whatever. But they say that this plate is appropriate. This plate, this whole plate that's bigger than my head is appropriate to eat. And we know for a fact that when we eat off of a plate of this, if you're like me or whoever, I'll be honest with you, I will fill this whole entire plate up and then have it stacked up. I'll eat it and then I'll go back for seconds or even thirds. But in reality, like, let me show you. This plate, this is a kid's plate, okay? This is what they eat. This is what my kids eat. They have a high metabolism. I'm okay with this size plate. I'm not starving them, okay? Call me crazy. And if they want seconds, they can have seconds. But let me tell you, this plate compared to this plate, do you see how much smaller it is? Do you know how much smaller a salad plate is compared to a regular plate that America says is appropriate for us to eat off of? It's ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. Same thing with bowls. Like, here is a bowl. This is on the smaller side, okay? This is a smaller size bowl. It is dirty. I had to pull it out of the sink because I forgot to push the dishwasher to wash the dishes that need to be cleaned to fill it again. But anyways, do you see how big this bowl is? Now, when you go to get soups or spaghetti or chili or just anything that we're eating, anything, don't we always go back for like thirds and fourths? Here is a baby bowl. My 10-month-old only eats half of this, and this is the appropriate size for a 4-month-old. According to, like, packaging. This is big enough for a 4-month-old, and you fill it all the way up, and they're supposed to eat all that. Like, isn't that almost the size of the adult bowl? See what I'm saying? So, my 10-month-old will only eat half of this. And then, like, snack on, like, fruits or whatever. Like, my kids are told to eat when they're told to eat. Like, they're not going to be they can't run around and be crazy and be like, I'm not hungry, and then whine and complain about being hungry. You know what I mean? So, like, they're told to eat when to eat, but I don't force them to eat every single thing off their plate. Like, yeah, it may be crazy. Unless, I will show you. Aubrey is my big picky eater. I kid you not. Just to get her to try it, we'll put like 2 green beans. Just to get her to try it, we'll put 2 green beans, 2 pieces of corn, and like 3 pieces of chicken nuggets on this plate. She says she's full. She don't want it. She don't like it. She throws it on the ground, but then she wants food. So I do make her eat that. And then I'm like, Obs, do you want anything? And by that time, when she eats all of it, she's like, yeah, I want some more. This was really good. So, anyways, what I'm getting at is, if you go, I'll show you. So, if you get a salad plate, or like what I like to do is, I like to use my kids'. I like to use my kids' plates. I'm not a picky eater. I'm like, I don't care if my food's touch. But I like to use their plates, because if you notice, it's divided. So what I do is I sit here and, I put it in random places, whatever, however it works. But this is a lot smaller. So when you use a smaller plate, same thing with the bowl. When you use a smaller plate compared to a big plate, you're actually getting the right amount of what your body needs. See what I'm saying? So when you go back for seconds of this size plate, you're getting one of these whole plates. And then you're like, wow, I already had seconds. I think I'm good. Or I already had thirds. I think I'm good. Which is, if you go for thirds, it's like 2.5 of these. Or 1.5 of these. So 3 people, just going by seconds and thirds, 3 portions. Or say, for example, 5 portions. Just by plate and a half. See what I'm saying? And it makes sense. By getting a smaller plate and filling it up, it makes you think that when you go for seconds and thirds, you're getting more. You know what I mean? You're getting more. A lot more. But in reality, you're getting less. Getting less by seconds and thirds of these than you would by seconds and thirds of these. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense to you. And same thing with the bowls, too. Like, I'll get, like, seconds and thirds of the baby bowl. But it's like, I'm really only getting 1.5 of the big bowl when I'm going for second thirds of the baby bowl. Does that make sense to you? I'm hoping it makes sense. So that's what I do. I try to use smaller plates. I use smaller plates and bowls to help me with the fact that I'm eating less. And then also, like, if you guys really want to go to extreme, use like the little bitty baby spoons and forks. You know that thing of like, count how many bites you're eating or whatever? When you use a smaller fork, you're getting less. And a smaller spoon, you're getting less. So you're like, wow, I'm so tired of shoveling this into my mouth. I'm so tired of it. I don't want to shovel anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I've done shoveled 20 spoonfuls in my mouth, but in reality, you only shoveled like 10 of a big spoon. You know what I mean? If that helps. So that's just something I wanted to share. I know it's kind of long. I'm already like 15 minutes into this video. But really, all I try to do is I eat the amount of calories I need to eat. And sometimes I go over. I'm not going to lie. I go over some days. But I try to drink warm drinks. I try to do like, I don't like detox per se. But I try to, instead of using like sugar, I try to use honey and teas. I try not to add like extra sweeteners and stuff like that. I've cut back on sweet teas. Like, I don't get sweet teas anymore, for real, unless it's a treat. So, like, I do alternatives. I get my water intake. Not all days do I get my water intake. It's life, guys. It's life. And I'm a mom of 3, homeschooling virtually, with the kids and their teachers, and, you know, so it's life right now. But if you just take in consideration and go and get a salad plate or a kid's plate or whatever the case may be, even spoons and forks, whatever you want to work. Boom, boom. This is a lot more healthier. A smaller plate is a lot more healthier than these big plates. And I'm not trying to come off as like this big health nut. And I'm not trying to tell you how to control your life or anything like that. But it's what I'm doing to help me. So, yeah, that's what I do. So, I hope it helps anybody. So, like I said, I'm trying, like, I try to fast. I try to get the appropriate amount of calories because 2,000 is just too much for me. And I learned that very quickly. It's too much. I'm not active as I used to be. And, I do, like, I eat smaller. That makes sense. And it works. I'm not deprived of anything. My blood work and everything is perfectly fine. My vitamin levels are perfectly fine. My iron's perfectly fine. And then, like, the other thing is if, like, I start to feel hungry or something, I try to get my mind on other things. So, like, I'll admit, because of Christmas, it's cold. I can't go anywhere. The cold hurts me. It kills me. It's currently snowing outside. I can't take my kids outside in the snow as much as I want to. I have to wait till Daniel gets home. That way they could play even longer than if I was out there by myself, you know, out there with them. So, like, getting occupied, going for a walk. Here in a couple of weeks, 19 days, I will be picking up my electric wheelchair and I'll be able to zoom around and we can go further. I can go 13 miles to the battery on it, and we can go for walks pretty much all day, and they can wear themselves out and I can get out. And I'm not shoving food in my mouth. I'm not sitting in front of a TV shoving food. I'll pick up a book, and, you know, like, if I get hungry or something, I sit there and I'm like, you know what? Lex is asleep. I've cleaned what I could. You know, it's quiet. Kids, let's not just have a snack. Let's sit down. Let's read a book. You know, we'll all take turns reading chapters and everything. That's what we do. That's just what we do. I just, like, occupy yourself in another fashion time. If you sew, crochet. If you work on, if you build model cars, build a model car. You know, whatever you can do. My back and legs have been burning for, like, the past 10 minutes. But I'm just trying to get out there, like, find a hobby and do it. Go to the library, read some books, take up something at the library that they're doing. Find a free event. Go, explore all your free options instead of just sitting and stuffing your face full of food. That makes sense? And leave those, like, junk foods and those snacks and everything to the carnivals and the fairs and going out to restaurants and eating, and, you know, leave that for special events. That makes sense. Like, we do have chips in the house, and you just heard you know what I mean? So try to make it a treat, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna get off of here. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that I could help in a way that makes sense to you guys, because I'm just trying to do my best and give you some guidance and everything. If you have any tips or tricks, or you need, like, further help or whatever, comment down below, and I will definitely, we'll talk. I'm a talker. I like to talk. I like to explore with people. I like to adventure. I like to just sit down and communicate. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to see my new chair when I get it, or anything that we're doing as a family, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button that way, down, like, over, down there, I think. And definitely let us know. You know, definitely follow. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.